I was listening to someone online called Alex O'Connor, and he's talking about spirituality and God and atheism, and I don't know if this message will actually get to him. Guaranteed it won't. But one of his biggest objections to God was suffering, and of course he brings up the case of children suffering, dying of hunger and so forth. And my impression of Alex is he's got a fair bit of book learning, but I don't think he has a lot of life learning, because I'd like to give a response to his question or objection to God because of suffering. I'll tell you a story. I was reading a magazine, I think it was Forbes, years ago, and they said that in the next 24 hours, 20,000 children will die of hunger and 1.8 million people will go blind from unclean drinking water this year. Yet in another part of that Forbes magazine, I think it was, could be wrong, but it was a while ago, they listed the wealth of the top richest people in the world, top richest 4 people, and I think it was $1.5 or $1.3 trillion. And it got me thinking, those 4 people have enough money to sustainably feed the 20,000 children that will die each day, provide clean drinking water to the 1.8 million that will go blind, vaccinate the lot, and still be billionaires. And I find it interesting we blame God because of suffering. And on a personal level, one of my best friends, she founded an orphanage in Zimbabwe, and she's seen mothers class their children as they die of hunger or HIV or some other malaria, some other horrible disease. And she said something interesting. She said to me, you in the developed world with clean drinking water and nice warm home and supermarket with food on the shelves and safe streets to walk, she says, you accuse God because of suffering, and yet the mothers I know bearing their children, their infants, the only comfort they get is knowing their child is with God. And that just made me think a lot. And then she said to me, how dare you, in your sophisticated education and life of relative luxury, how dare you take God or accuse my God or our God, who's provided the only comfort in this in this poor woman's life, when 4 people in the world have enough money to change the world forever. So imagine what the richest 40 people could do, or 400 people could do. And I'm not attacking the rich, I'm really not. There's good and bad everywhere, but it was a perspective I found interesting of just, we blame God because of suffering, whereas these people get comfort through suffering, which get comfort from God as they go through suffering, which man has the ability to solve. So that's what I'd like to say to Alex. Just, he may not have heard that sort of perspective before, but that's what happens when been in healthcare for 30 years, so as a nurse. So I've seen my fair share of suffering. I can't explain it all, doesn't seem to make sense sometimes, but when my friend told me that, it just made me think, and I thought, for those of you, maybe there's people out there that haven't thought like that before. I hadn't, until she confronted me with that. So, yeah.